Hi everyone, in this video, we will talk about corporate treasury being a company's financial command center. Okay, now think of your business like a living body. Cells brings in oxygen, expenses burn energy, but corporate treasury is a system that keeps cash flowing so the business stays alive, stable and ready to grow. Today, I am going to explain what corporate treasury really does, why it matters to every business, and how it affects decisions you may already be making, even if you don't call it treasury.
Okay, so what is corporate treasury management? At its core, treasury management is simple. It's about managing a company's money responsibly. That means knowing how much cash you have, when money is coming in, and when money needs to go out. Now, I like to explain it this way: the air traffic controller analogy. Treasury is the air traffic controller for your company's cash. Every dollar coming in, every dollar going out needs to land safely at the right time. No delays, no surprises. As for the evolution, see, in the past, Treasury focused mainly on, say, paying bills and checking bank balances. Today, the role is bigger and more strategic. Treasury now supports um, cash and working capital decisions, right? Financing and debt, risk management like interest rates and currencies, and banking and payment technology. So it's no longer just about tracking cash, it's about using cash wisely.
So I often call treasury the financial nerve center of a business. So um, on a daily basis, treasury helps with monitoring bank balances, making sure payments go out on time, tracking customer collections, and ensuring payroll runs smoothly. Okay, but Treasury also supports bigger decisions, uh, strategic decisions, like where to hold extra cash, or when to borrow money, or how to manage financial risks. Treasury also gets involved in major projects like M&A integration. Now, here is a real world example related to this. Okay. So, say for example, your company wins a large new contract, which is great news, of course, right? But there is a challenge. Okay. And the challenge is you need to pay your suppliers now. Okay. But your customers won't pay you for 60 to 90 days. Okay. So, how does Treasury help in this scenario? Treasury helps answer these key questions. So, do we have enough cash to cover the gap? Okay. Should we use a short term credit line? Okay. Or can payment terms be improved? Can we do that? Or how does this affect other obligations that are coming up? Okay. So, this right here is Treasury in action, providing the solution. Now, helping growth happen without creating financial stress. That's what Treasury does. Yeah, so Treasury matters for every business. Uh, with some people, when they hear corporate Treasury, they think it only applies to large companies, but that's really not true. Uh, every business practices Treasury management, whether they realize it or not. Say for example, if you're a small business owner, you are doing treasury when you decide which bills to pay first, or when you plan plan your cash around payroll, you're doing treasury. Or when you decide whether to take on a loan, you are doing treasury. But as the businesses grow, the cash flows get more complex though. So as businesses grow, the cash flows get more complex. And so forecasting becomes more important, obviously, and mistakes become more costly. So in larger organizations, uh, treasury becomes a dedicated function, of course, right? So in larger big companies, treasury becomes a dedicated function, managing large volumes of cash across banks, countries, and systems. The fundamentals stay the same, though. The fundamentals stay the same, only the scaling changes, the scale changes. That's the only difference. So during economic uncertainty, strong treasury practices help companies access liquidity faster, make calmer decisions, and keep operations running smoothly. Yeah, so now let me briefly touch on technology and the future of treasury. Uh, so we know that technology is changing treasury, right? But I don't think it will replace people. The modern tools that we have available are helping us to automate routine tasks, obviously, right? Improve our visibility into cash and support better forecasting. This is reducing manual work and lowering the risk of errors. That also means treasury teams and business owners can spend more time on decisions and less time on the spreadsheets, right? What's important is this, though. Many of these tools are available to small and mid-sized businesses. Technology doesn't remove judgment, it supports better judgment. And so, before I conclude, whether you are a student learning the basics, a small business owner, or part of a growing company, understanding treasury helps you make smarter decisions. This is exactly what I help with, breaking down complex treasury concepts and designing practical, right sized solutions. If you are curious about how well your cash is working for you or just want to learn, leave a comment or reach out directly. No business is too small and no question is too basic. Thanks for watching.